This video is brought to you by Ravenscraft Realty of Northeast Missouri.
It's shortly before noon and I'm already home, which means I skipped class. Try not to make a habit of that. But as I was driving by the old house, I noticed that the 4320 and my disc were gone. So that means only one thing. It means that Dad is over here and he's on an open station tractor. It's been a while for him. The Case IH disc is doing a fine job, if I do say so myself. We got a nice column of smoke coming up from the 4320. Not going very deep, just deep enough. And now it's raining. Great. At least it's light outside and I can see what's going on. Man, this thing actually looks kind of mean. So I've developed a new problem. I don't think that the Bendix part of the starter is working because I can do this. Yeah, the starter will spin, but it's not actually engaging the flywheel. It's just spinning in here. I wasn't really counting on a whole lot of 40-20 action this weekend, but Rob is using my tractor and a drill planting some wheat. So we're drilling wheat back here on Rob's family's place for hunting purposes, but we got one little field up there and a couple others. And then we're gonna hook 40-20 up to a pasture harrow and take it over to the place we were disking at. So 2.5 years ago, one of the very first videos that I ever made was me planting sunflowers right here in this spot with the 730 and the Oliver planter. And there's a reason we're not planting sunflowers here anymore. It's because this is very rocky. And as you can probably hear with Rob running the drill over this, it's very rocky. Yeah, slightly a little bit rocky-ish. I also got the call from Dad. We are going to go cut my beans today. The 2 6-acre fields at Grandpa's house that I planted with the 7,000 in March and April respectively. So I'm excited to see what they do. This has been my whole summer has been watching those and hoping that they do good, especially now since I have a 70-20 to pay for. Yep, this is what I was born to do. Beans, lots of them. Now, Dad cut me a path here around this farm to get back to my 2 fields of beans at Grandpa's house. Normally, I would just cut my way over there, but since we all have separate checkbooks, all the checks go to different accounts, so you can't be mixing up other people's grain with your own. Yep, plenty of grass in this first pass, but check out the cool house. All right, here we are, and here goes nothing. Separator is engaged. Throttle up. Turn the head on. Whoa, reel's going a little fast. See if I remember how to turn that down. Full throttle. Let's go. Looks like Ella and Justin brought me a semi to dump these beans into. They're running pretty good. Mid-50s by the, well, not this part, but they were running mid-50s. All right, that's the first field cut. Get them on the truck. And that's all she wrote. March beans are done. They made that, allegedly. But don't know if you can always believe what the yield monitor says. So, as I understand it, we're going to take this load of my beans to town tonight and see what they make. So, just take however many bushels I've got and then divide it by 12, and that's my actual yield. So, I'm excited to see what it is. Life is good. I'm listening to Disturbed when I'm not videoing, and beans are cutting. I'm going to just slow down a little bit. You don't want your power right there to be in the yellow. You want it to be in the green. But life is pretty good. I'm happy. And this front field here on this farm is always really good. This is some of the best dirt in the county. And I'm not just saying that because we farm it. And with this view, my life is complete. I'm cutting beans, listening to Weezer, next to my dad. Can I really say anything that's better than that? I had a little kerfuffle with the head being plugged up, but Dad is over there, just cutting along. The views tonight are unlike any other, and you only get such views. All right, rotation alarm, but you only get these kind of views one place, Hannibal, Missouri. I just parked my machine down there, and Dad is coming over the hill with the other machine somewhere in this area. Here comes one of our fancy new semis, automated shifting. That is the field that we cut yesterday. This is the yard that I mowed yesterday. There's a field we're gonna cut today, and then there's more back here. Pretty sick old house. Dad is getting the load of beans that we cut last night put onto the truck. Coming up here, we have a really good example of how light affects the growth of soybeans, and maturity for that matter. But soybeans are photosensitive, so when the days get shorter, beans go from being green to looking like this. Alternatively, if you have an artificial light source, such as a security light, you can get beans that look like this. You know, the whole rest of the field is ready except for this one spot. And here you just gotta really slow down. All right, front side of this place is done. Now to the back. Combine showing an average of 61.7. However, it was 4 bushels low on my beans. So we're in the mid-60s-ish range for the average. That's pretty good. Usually if we can grow 60 bushel beans, we're jumping up and down, hooting and hollering because we did a good job. So 65, awesome. Sometimes with these John Deere flex heads on a terrace, you have to kind of help it out and make it favor one side over the other, and then just go back and cut the other side of the terrace later, which is what I'm doing right now. Like that side's 10 feet off the ground. Here we are about 6:30, finally finishing the last little bit of this up. Backside of this place lays a little goofy, but we got her done. Well, I'm gonna grab a little spot that I missed because I didn't turn short enough, and then this farm's done. 175 acres or so. And that's it. It's done. It's all she wrote. I'll let the separator get emptied out before I shut that down. I say that was a relatively productive Sunday, seeing as we didn't actually start doing anything until like noon. But relatively productive weekend. Giving up on the injectors on the 7020. I'm having Side Stricker do it. I don't have the time to do it. If I don't get it done within the next week, it's not going to get done this year. So we got to suck it up and put up the money and have someone else do it. Got my maybe someday house. Got a wonderful view here in eastern Marion County. Semi full of beans, cart full of beans, half a combine full of beans, and an empty combine. Pretty nice sight. And got kind of a barn and my wonderful silver pickup. Oh yeah, we're farming. Now I'm gonna go home, get a bite to eat real quick, and then head myself to Columbia. Now, unfortunately, this week I have to bring the Land Yacht Dodge Ram 3/4 ton pickup because the the white car needs an oil change, and it's like 1,000 miles overdue. So I'm rocking the silver truck this week. Well, here we find ourselves at the end of another excellent weekend to be a farmer. And I know there's some new faces here from the Bradford Field Day, so if you subscribe from that, hey, thanks for listening to what I had to say. And for the other 9,000 and something of you, thanks for being here, because we're a stone's throw away from 10,000 subscribers. That's a pretty major thing. And what is that? Anyways, I'm going to head to Columbia, and I will see you guys next week. So thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.